You don't feel safe when life is calm. You feel safer when life is kind of falling apart. And no, that's not because you're dramatic. It's because your nervous system trusts chaos more than it will trust peace. Welcome back to Logic versus Chaos, where we stop pretending that our patterns are just simply accidents. You don't sabotage your life because you're broken. You sabotage your life because chaos feels familiar. And familiar always feels safer than anything good. Peace isn't the reward, peace is the threat. Chaos feels like home. And not because you enjoy suffering, not because you crave the stress, not because you're addicted to the drama. Chaos feels safe because it's predictable. So you know how to survive disappointment already. You know how to survive inconsistency. You know how to survive people who just simply don't show up for you. You've built an entire emotional operating system around instability. So when life finally does calm down, your brain doesn't relax. It basically panics. Logic says this is good, but chaos is saying something's wrong, and chaos always wins. Peace doesn't feel like comfort. Peace feels like the moment before something goes wrong. You know that feeling, that quiet dread when everything is going just right? That suspicion, that tension, that waiting. You don't trust calm. You don't trust consistency. You don't trust stability because every time that you've experienced calm while you were growing up, it was also followed by something bad. So your brain learned that simple little rule. If things are good, danger is coming. That's not trauma bonding, that's conditioning. Peace feels unsafe because it's unfamiliar to you. Chaos feels safe because it's predictable. So, what happens when life finally does get good? You just simply run around and ruin it. And not because you want to, not because you're weak, not because you're self destructive. You ruin it because your nervous system is trying to drag you back into that emotional temperature that it was trained to survive in. So you end up picking fights, you withdraw, you shut down, you test people, you chase intensity, and then you go and create problems that don't exist. So you're not destroying your life, you're restoring the level of chaos that your brain recognizes as safe. Logic says this is progress. Chaos says this is danger. And again, chaos always wins. And here's the part that's going to sting a little because chaos feels safer than peace because chaos feels controllable. You know how to navigate disappointment already. You know how to navigate inconsistency. You're doing it. You know how to navigate people who don't choose you. But peace requires trust. Peace requires vulnerability. Peace requires letting go of control. And you don't trust yourself without control. So you choose situations where you already know the ending, even if it's going to be bad. Predictable misery feels safer than unpredictable peace. And that's not a dysfunction, that's just simple survival logic. So let's stop pretending. You don't feel safe when things are falling apart because you're chaotic. You feel safe because falling apart is the only environment that your nervous system actually understands. You don't trust peace because peace requires you to stop bracing for the impact. And you've been bracing for impact your entire life. You don't sabotage good things because you're broken. You sabotage good things because your brain thinks good things are now dangerous. You're not afraid of chaos. You're afraid of the calm. You're not afraid of the instability. You're afraid of being okay. And you're not afraid of falling apart. You're afraid of what happens if you don't. You don't need to trust peace. You just need to stop running from it. You don't need to love calm. You just need to stop treating it like it's a threat. You don't need to fix all of your chaos. You just need to understand why it feels more like home. So, if this hits you, it's because it was supposed to. Drop the moment that you realize chaos felt safer than calm in the comments. Or don't. Because avoidance, well, that's also a pattern. Subscribe if you want more logic and chaos. No hope, no fix, just the logic and chaos.